Students as Partners emphasises collaborative decision-making between students and educators. So it allows us to gain deeper insights into students' needs, but also creates a two-way dialogue so that students also understand our aims and challenges. And this means we can work together towards strengthening learning outcomes. I personally feel best equipped to enhance the courses I convene and teach when transparent discussions with students are part of that process. Anytime I want to make a decision with the aim of strengthening student engagement and learning outcomes, I aim to involve students. Some examples of this in the move to online delivery has been finding ways to balance providing students space to adjust versus consistency of class delivery, uncovering what extra assessment support they might need as they deal with current increased stresses, and understanding which active learning strategies are going to be most conducive to student engagement according to their own preferences for learning. I think it's important to acknowledge there are different levels of students as partners, or that sometimes seeking input from students might be all that's needed. In this regard, I found that creating in-class polls or asynchronous feedback surveys have been sufficient to help with some decision making. For more nuanced decisions, I encourage in-class discussions using breakout groups for students to brainstorm together and then coming together as a full class. We then use the polls and the raise hands or agree-disagree features of Collaborate for consensus around decisions made. How this usually flows is that I pose a question with different options, asking for pros and cons and encouraging other insights or options from students. Students often alter their own thoughts after hearing from their peers, and this allows them to come together for shared understanding. I then reflect students' thoughts back to them and ask for consensus. Closing the loop is really important for transparency and to hold myself accountable, so I then send an email and create an announcement confirming my actions in light of the discussions we've shared. This also ensures that those who didn't engage or weren't present are also informed as well. The types of changes we've made in some instances include the order of weekly content, scheduling drop-in sessions through Collaborate where students can book in 10 minutes of one-to-one support via an online spreadsheet, reducing the complexity of asynchronous materials, reducing the length of online classes, and simply providing time to check in with each other and discuss challenges and strategies for online learning, motivation, and coping with stress. Students as Partners is highly dependent on context, such as how fixed or malleable the course structure and content is, or the individual challenges that students and educators face that they may want to address. In true Students as Partners spirit, I recommend simply asking students what they need and whether they'd like to collaborate in further enhancing their learning experiences. Or prior to making a decision, perhaps be open to sharing your thoughts with students, increasing transparency around the approaches to learning and teaching that you're adopting. I found this strengthens student rapport, which is increasingly important during this time and helps them to feel connected and involved.